Manchester United might be losing out on the deal for Liam Delap, who is honestly their B plan in terms of their striker position. Of course, he was priority going into the European League final. However, we knew that Manchester United were going to be having A and plan B. But before we go into deep about this situation, we are going to be talking about Liam Delap. We're going to be talking about Marcus Rashford, and I'm going to be giving you guys any other transfer updates that we have today. So you guys stay tuned for those stories. Now let's get this thing started. First things first, Liam Delap might be choosing Chelsea. After every single situation that has happened, we are looking at Liam Delap making a choice before the under-21s Euros start. He's going to be making a choice on which club he's going to be going for. You see Chelsea absolutely are ready to play the transfer release clause, same as Manchester United. However, it looks like Chelsea are edging everly closer to become the person in pole position that Manchester United have been in over 2 weeks or 3 weeks. Chelsea are moving ever so closely in poaching that deal from Manchester United's grasp. This will be absolutely devastating for Manchester United if they lose Liam Delap to Chelsea. Not only because Liam Delap, Chelsea has Champions League to offer Liam Delap, but because Manchester United losing out on this kind of a player to Chelsea is just disappointing, especially when the entire world knows that Manchester United actually wants Liam Delap to join them at Old Trafford. This would absolutely be a disappointing hit for them, especially when you look at Jason Wilcox has been pushing for this kid. He has been pushing and trying to get this kid because he has played with the kid, or not played, but he had the kid at Manchester City, and he has seen the kid when Southampton was in Championship. All these things, he has been pushing for this kid. So if Manchester United do not succeed in getting Liam Delap, that would not only be devastating because of all these things and all this time that you have spent trying to get the player rejects you and go to Chelsea. Not only that, but then we will be going into plan C. Of course, we know that Plan A for Manchester United was Gyökeres or Osimhen. Plan B is Liam Delap. Who is Plan C? That is the question. We might be looking at Mateta or someone of that nature. Funny enough, Mateta is more expensive than Liam Delap. We're looking at 30,000 in terms of the release clause, but for Mateta, we are looking around 50. Now, the funny thing about this situation is Manchester United will probably be going in and saying, hey, let us give you a little bit more money in your deal for you to sign with us. And that is not even the best way to do this. That's not the best way to do these conversations, not the best way to do this negotiation. So we are in the slammer when it comes to a striker. And the funny thing is, if we do not get Liam Delap, who are we going for next? I understand Mateta is a good player, but I don't know if he fits what Manchester United are trying to do in terms of the profile, in terms of the age, plus this is the most important position in the in a team. The number 9 is the most important, is the hardest to play. It's honestly the make or break. We see what happened this season. And so it will be quite disappointing for us to actually go into this situation without the first plan or the second plan. It truly would be. But I'm going to keep you guys updated with this particular one because Liam Delap, there's still an opportunity that he comes to Manchester United. It's not totally done yet. However, Chelsea are definitely making it harder, especially because they have Champions League and they just won the Conference League, which is, I have to give them congratulations. It was quite sad that Anthony did not win it, but 20 minutes in football is such a long time. 20 minutes in football is such a long time because Real Betis were cruising and they were doing their jobs and doing it well, and then you just saw a flurry of Chelsea opportunities and a flurry of goals. Congratulations to Jadon Sancho for scoring a beautiful goal. Now let's go to Marcus Rashford. Marcus Rashford's representatives have spoken to Barcelona this morning, and both Barcelona team and the Marcus Rashford team are all very excited for this thing to happen. Fabrizio Romano basically says more on Marcus Rashford. He was already keen on joining Barcelona last January and remains very keen on the project. Positive feelings on the player side again after new meeting, but still early stages club to club. Barcelona have more options. Man United insist on £40 million for Marcus Rashford. That's one thing that is in the works in this situation. It's quite difficult to even think about because Barcelona have Marcus Rashford on the list. They have on the list. So when you're looking at those two players alone, in my personal opinion, Diaz is every day. However, I believe Marcus Rashford is younger than Diaz, so he might make a little bit more sense to Barcelona because that's a really young squad. And they do need reinforcement for Rafinha on that left-hand side. So Marcus Rashford will be a really good addition to them, and it will be good money for Manchester United to first remove that expensive from the books and also get £40 million from Barcelona. It would be a good one for Manchester United. Hopefully they use that same money and reinvest in squad, because the squad right now is really bare. We are looking at a tough time even fielding first team. That's how bad it is in terms of the attacking options. If we lose Anthony, lose Marcus Rashford, lose Sancho, lose Rasmus Højlund, we are really bare in that attacking field. So it definitely will be a torrid if we go into the season without any reinforcements with this one. All right, so we go into more of the transfer windows right now. We are looking at Bayer Leverkusen want to strengthen their goalkeeping position in the summer and are seriously considering Mark Flanagan. I hope I pronounced that right. Initial talks have already taken place. The 31-year-old is currently one of 3 concrete options. So basically, not advanced yes, but Flanagan is planning to take a bigger step in the summer. Leverkusen is a serious option for him. He's under contract with Brentford until 2027. Price evaluation is 15 million. He has actually been a really good goalkeeper for this situation. And I'm actually thinking that, oh, we actually have an update. That's crazy. Bayer Leverkusen and Mark Flanagan have now reached a full verbal agreement on contract until 2028. Flanagan has already given the green light for the move, as previously revealed. Leverkusen and Brentford are in contact. The fee under discussion is between 10 to euros. Whether and how transfer can be finalized now depends on how quickly and whether Brentford find a replacement. That's a really good one. I think Erik ten Hag definitely made a good decision in not going for Andre Onana and going to get Mark Flanagan, because he cannot continue making the same mistakes like that he made with Manchester United. And then we continue with the transfer news. Regardless of FC Bayern's interest, a summer departure for Cody Gakpo is possible if the right offer comes in. Several inquiries have been made. Gakpo has been informed by Bayern about Bayern is maintaining contact. Nothing more at this stage. Bayern, one of clubs he could consider leaving Liverpool for. However, Bayern continued to access multiple options. By the way, he had 21 goals this season and 8 assists, which is crazy. It's just crazy. The player is underrated. It's so crazy that Liverpool do not value his presence. Because I would take him at Manchester United any day, anytime. We go into Napoli are confident to keep Antonio Conte as their head coach for next season. President De Laurentiis spoke again today with positive direct contact. Final answer soon, but Napoli now hope for Conte. It is never closed over or closed chapter so far. So that's good, man. Conte should stay because it's crazy. AC Milan has sent their formal proposal for Massimiliano Allegri to be their next head coach. He is the main option to replace Sergio Conceição, with good chances for it to happen if Napoli will continue with Antonio Conte. So that's definitely good on that situation. Of course, we know Chelsea won the game in terms of the Conference League final. Enzo Fernandez reaches 8 goals, 13 assists this season in all competition. Beautiful assist by Cole Palmer. Man, the boy is still underachieving in my opinion. 13 goal for the season for Nicholas Jackson. 18 goal and an assist in competition so far. Pretty good return. I have to give that. It's really nice to see actually Chelsea winning, but well, we move. There's so many other things that we could talk about. However, I'm going to bring you guys a lot more news, making sure that you guys actually have all the latest and updated news going on in the world of soccer and in the world of sports. But make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, turn on your notifications, comment down below what you want me to talk about, review, or analyze in the comments, because I reply to every comment and we move to the next phase. Like I said, going to be keeping an eye on Liam Delap on where he chooses, because the under 21s Euros is beginning soon, and so he's going to be making the decisions, I believe, within the coming months, if not weeks. So we definitely will keep you guys updated on that situation. Of course, Marcus Rashford going to Barcelona, we'll keep you guys updated also, and the rest of the transfer market. Let me know what you guys think about this down in the comments. Do not forget to hit that subscribe button. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.